Congressman, explain to us what happened with you and Kevin McCarthy.
Got elbowed in the back, and it kind of caught me off guard because it was a clean shot to the kidneys, and I turned back, and there was Kevin, and I for a minute I was kind of, what the heck just happened? And then I chased after him. Of course, he's as I've stated many times, he's a bully with $17 million in a security detail. He's the type of guy that, when you're a kid, would throw a rock over the fence and run home and hide behind his mama's skirt.
That is Representative Tim Burchett, who, if we are to believe him, was attacked in the halls of Congress by the now disgraced former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, who snuck up behind him and gave him an elbow shot in the kidneys and then ran away, hiding behind a security detail and denying that he did it. And look, I don't trust anybody involved in any of this, but there were a lot of witnesses. And so apparently this happened. Here's a little bit more from Tim Burchett.
And so you chased him? What do you mean you chased him?
I just ran after him. I was like, what the heck? Why'd you do that? Because it was, like I said, if you've ever been hit in the kidneys, it's a little different. You don't have to hit very hard to cause a little bit of pain, a lot of pain. And so he just, of course, as he always does, he just denies it or blames somebody else or something, and it was just a little heated, but I just backed off because I saw no reason. I wasn't gaining anything from it. And then everybody saw it, so it didn't really matter.
And so coming out of this, I don't know what Tim Burchett is supposed to do. I don't know what the government's gonna do. I don't know what me as a still concerned citizen is supposed to do. So they are just going around in the halls of Congress and hitting each other when their backs are turned. It's like the perfect attack from Kevin McCarthy, by the way, that he didn't go up to Tim Burchett and push him or something. He hit him in the back and then ran away and said, no, I didn't do it. It's probably that other person. I didn't do it. It's just, it's disgraceful and deceptive at the same time. Ida, what do you think?
First of all, I know I am gonna get some backlash for this, but he sounds like Sling Blade.
You are probably gonna get some backlash for that, and not a bad movie, by the way.
He does. I don't care at this point. Why should I employ any respect towards people who don't respect themselves or the country? This is a joke. It's just, listen, I'm from the South. I'm from Florida. And I look at the tropes. I hear the tropes and all the stuff that people say about those of us who are Southerners. And I can't stand to see people who perpetuate those stereotypes. That whole idea, running behind his mama's skirt, that kind of stuff. You are college educated. You are an official of the United States. You are an elected official in this country. People trust you with their money. They trust you with their lives. They trust you with the decisions about their communities. And this is what you guys are doing in Congress. And then you dare to speak out against, AOC, or you talk about, Jamal Bowman, and you talk about Corey, and you just continue to talk about these people. I'm just calling them by name and say that they lack respect and dignity. But these are the people that are doing it. These are your officials. We need a wash, John. It's also, we need a wash. This is corrupt from the inside out. It has become a joke. People that are in office have no business being in office. You need to be psychologically evaluated along with having all of the, meeting the credentials, the prerequisites to be an elected official. We have to evaluate these people's mental state. The way that these people have been behaving, it is a reflection of what's going on in our country, but they gotta go. This, they gotta go.
It's embarrassing. I don't know how much I care about the reason for this, but it is likely that Burchett voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, and Kevin McCarthy is holding a grudge, and so sneaking up on him and attacking him. Apparently, Kevin McCarthy disrespected Burchett's religious views or something. He really seems to have it in for this guy, but look, I don't think this is going to happen. But if there were that many witnesses, and this is happening during an interview, likely somebody was filming that, then charge him. He assaulted you. You can't run up behind someone and elbow him in the kidneys. That's assault. There are laws for a reason. And so I would love to see that, maybe to set a precedent that we're not going to just go around slugging each other. Final point goes to you.
The only thing I wanted to say was that the corporations that actually run this country must really have a field day knowing that these clowns are the one. All they got to do is give them a check and they're going to do whatever they need them to do. But there's no dignity in it anymore. They're like, they must sit down and laugh and say, look at these idiots. Thank God the country is in our hands. I'm sure that's what they're saying.
And every one of these clowns that's doing this they're millionaires, if not in some cases billionaires. Like they are all elitists, like that is what they are doing. And this is a tool that they use, as we've already laid out.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.